Hi everyone, it's Teresa with Craving Crochet, and I'm coming to you today to give you an informational video on how not to crochet. So stay tuned.
Let me show you something.
Hi everyone. Okay, so this video today is a little bit different. I usually do tutorials. I try to do a little bit of informational ones. So this is kind of like an informational video. And I encourage you to, if you experience any kind of pain in your hands, stay tuned because I'm going to give you my experience with hand pain. And I also have a few things I want to mention at the end of the video, so watch the whole thing if you don't mind, so you can hear. I have a couple of things I want to, well, more than a couple of things, a few things I want to say. One is kind of a fun, well, a few of them are kind of fun things. One is a little bit serious. So hang in there and stick with me. I appreciate it. So anyways, back, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I started noticing that I was getting pain in my wrist, like in my left wrist, mostly my wrist. And it started, oh, I dropped my paper. It started like around this part of my wrist. It felt like there was a bump on it, and it felt like the bone was sticking up. It was really strange. It was kind of gradual. So it started out slowly. I didn't know what it was. And then like a couple of weeks ago, I noticed it was really, really bad. Like really painful. So I'm like, what did I do? Did I hurt myself at the gym? Because I go to the gym and I do weights and, you know, I work out. So I thought, did I hurt myself there? I don't know what's going on. So I went to the doctor. Doctor's like, let's go get an x-ray done. Make sure it's not broken or anything. X-ray came back. Everything's fine. There's no fractures, nothing. The bones are fine. So the doctor's like, you probably have osteoarthritis. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, you probably just have osteoarthritis. It's due to age and, you know, where we live here in Canada, it's really cold, so it might be affecting you. And I thought, well, I did sprain my wrist one time when I was young, and maybe it's just that pain. Like part of it, like, it's coming back. Like when you have injuries and you get arthritis, you kind of get those pains from the past coming back kind of thing. So she recommended that she gave me a prescription, first of all, for anti-inflammatories, which I got. And I took one of those pills and it made me feel so strange. So I'm like, I'm not taking any more of these. And then I don't like taking pills if I don't have to. And then she also recommended this Voltaren extra strength. This has some kind of a drug in it. And I put that on. And then she also recommended a hand brace, right? For the wrist, I guess. So and this kind of helped me because it helped relieve the pain because I wasn't moving my wrist around as much. I'm not going to put this on because I can't even open it. But anyways, you stick your whole hand in here and then your fingers stick out here. And it kind of just stabilizes your wrist, right? And then she also said, I'm going to send you for, I've been coughing, I had to cut it. She said, I'm going to send you for a bone density scan to see if your bones are getting brittle as you age. So I did that. Anyways, the pain, I kept doing all these things that she recommended, and the pain was persisting. So I made another appointment to see her for a follow-up, and she wasn't there. She was on holidays. And hold on a second here. So she was on holidays, and there just happened to be taking her place a sports medicine doctor. And he took a look at my wrist, and he asked me where's the pain, and he looked at it, and he's like, you have, let me get my glasses. He says, what I believe you have is a condition called D. queer veins let me try it again. D. queer veins tenosynovitis. try saying that 5 or 6 times fast. There's no way I can't even say it once. And I think he's probably right. So basically what it is it refers to inflammation of the tendons of the thumb, and the condition makes it painful when a person moves the thumb. So when you're moving your thumb, it is painful. So I'm moving my thumb back and it hurts right now as I'm doing that, but it is getting better. And I'll just read you. He says the condition was named after the Swiss surgeon by the name of Fritz de Craving, who identified it first in 1895. So this has been around for a while. And what is de Craving's tenosynovitis? It's the main symptom of de Craving's tenosynovitis is swelling and pain at the base of the thumb. De Craving's tenosynovitis is the inflammation of the sheath or synovium that surrounds the 2 tendons that run between the wrist and the thumb. So right in here, and that's exactly where my pain is, right in there. So I think he is correct with that diagnosis. So what tendons are is they are strong bands of tissue that attach muscles to bone in the thumb. They are involved in moving the thumb, obviously. As the synovium swells and thickens, it becomes painful for a person to move their thumb. So it's inflammation, basically, right? It usually occurs after the thumb or wrist has been overused, particularly during repetitive activities that move the thumb away from the wrist. Okay. I was looking at my videos of all my tutorials, and in every single tutorial, I'm going to leave some clips so you can see what I'm talking about. But in every single tutorial, I am doing this hand movement. And I don't know why on my left hand, it's like, maybe it's like a reflex I've developed, or it's like I'm crocheting, so I'm like creating, so it's like I'm playing the piano and I'm moving my hands around like my thumb. So I'm always doing that. So you insert your hook in the back loop and just do it the same way. Yarn over, pull through 2, go into the next back loop only, and this is what's going to cause the ridge look. So it's going to look like it's knitted. You make your single crochet, chain 1, and you just carry the white. See, because you're carrying that, and you're just going into each space from the previous row. Make a single crochet, chain 1. See, the more you do, the easier it is, because you can see it more and more as it's progressing along the pattern. And it's a pretty simple pattern, and it's a very nice pattern. Okay, so now we're on round 3, starting round 3, the very last round to finish the edging on this garment. So you join with a slip knot at the top of the beginning double crochet or chain 3, I believe it was, and then you chain 1, and then all you do is go along each stitch and create a single crochet all along the edge. Very easy, very clean. And this is the finish. And join with a slip knot, and then let's do a chain 1 to start, and then make 2 single crochets into that corner. So that's 1 and 2. Motion, and I believe that it's a combination of the crocheting, incorrect crocheting, and they say that other activities that could cause it are things like playing golf, playing the piano, which I don't do, typing, which I do a lot of at work, carpentry, and carrying a child. And carrying a child is very common because my daughter, who's recently had a child, he's 7 months old now, when he was first born, she was experiencing very bad hand pain, and it's from cradling his head and moving your hand always in that same position, and that's what causes it too. So the condition is more common in women than men, of course, and often happens after pregnancy. And other causes include scar tissue formation from an injury or inflammation. So it could be a combination of all those things, because I did sprain it when I was young. And yeah, so now I've gone to this sports medicine doctor, and I think his diagnosis is correct. And he's like, no, that hand brace is completely wrong. So he gave me this brace, which you insert your thumb in here. The other one was just for the wrist. And it secures everything in place, and it kind of prevents you from moving your thumb back and forth. So I wear this when I'm crocheting, and I'm not jerking my thumb back, which I was doing before. So I'm very, very, very conscious of my thumb movement in my left hand because of this. So I don't do that anymore. So I'm wearing this. He gave me a prescription because he said, do you want like an anti-inflammatory? I'm like, I had anti-inflammatories. I took one pill and it made me feel really strange, and it took like an hour to kick in, and it's like, I don't want to take pills. So this is basically this, but like double. So it's got more drug in it. So I put that on 3 times a day. And then he sent me for physiotherapy, which I've been going to. And they told me to ice it when I'm at home. So, well, ice it when I'm not there, but she told me to ice it. So, it's an ice pack. And it does help relieve the pain. It feels so much better when I put it on, because it kind of hurts right now. Because if I'm not wearing this thing, I notice there's more pain. When I remove this, I notice there's pain because you're moving your hands around, right? So I'm like, well, am I going to wear this for the rest of my life? It feels like it's never going to go away. So, and I'm also taking it easy with the crocheting. I'm doing less crocheting. I'm taking breaks when I crochet. I'm not pulling my thumb back the way I was. I'm doing the physiotherapy. And she also gave me some exercises. So she said to move your thumb back and forth and this way, and it hurts. But and also move your wrists, which is also good to do when you're doing a lot of crocheting. Just move both hands, your wrists, your thumbs. And if you're feeling pain, slow down, stop, take breaks. Even if you have to take a couple of days off, don't injure yourself. So I'm on the mend. Hopefully I'm on the mend. I'm going to this physiotherapy. I'm doing all the things that they're telling me to do. And hopefully I'm on the mend. And crazy how I move my thumb back in all my tutorials. Isn't that nuts? Anyways, that's the story of how not to crochet in my personal experience. So if you find yourself doing that, don't do it. Teach yourself, change that behavior. I don't know if it may have even been a, I forget what, it's like a reflex that I developed. Oh yeah, so I also got, my doctor did give me the results to my bone density test, and my bones are a little bit low. They're in density. I'm not that dense. My bones are not that dense, which is not a good thing. And she thinks it's because of we live in the northern hemisphere here in Canada, so probably people in the U.S. that live in northern states that are not like exposed to the sun a lot because of the long winters have this problem. So it's like an ongoing thing in the northern hemisphere, a lot of Canadians. And she recommended I take 2,000 milligrams of vitamin D every single day because there's not enough sun, right? So I'm going to start that treatment as well. So hopefully that will help my bones. What else am I doing? Yes, I also started I'm trying to do low carb keto. It's kind of hard in an Italian family. We eat a lot of pasta and bread, pizza, a lot of carbs. So, but I want to feel better, and I have done keto before, and it's helped me feel so much better. Inflammation, I believe, is also affected by having high rises in blood sugar. So low carb is not a bad thing. I mean, you can splurge every now and then, but try and stick to not eating too much pasta and stuff like that, all the good stuff. Sweets, I think sugar is a really big one. Sugar isn't really, really unhealthy. So I'm going to be doing that too as part of my getting better, my thumb and my wrist. And actually, it is actually feeling a lot better since I started cutting out a lot of those things. So it could have a good impact on that. So yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm near the end of the video now, so thank you for sticking to the end. I have a new subscriber, and her name is Robin, and she's out in BC. She's a Canadian also. And the name of her channel is Creative Creations by Robin. And she was at one of my lives, I believe it was last week. And she was talking to me about a friend of her daughter. She's got a teenage daughter, and her friend's name is Alexandra. She's a 17-year-old who has leukemia, and she's in a hospital out in BC. And she's been crocheting things for her, like hats and things to, you know, make her feel pretty and just kind of comfort her. She's all, what I understand, Robin telling us is this girl, 17-year-old girl, she's out there all by herself in this hospital all alone. So I don't know the situation if she's got family or not, but she told us about it, and I thought, you know what, I should just reach out to our crochet community and see if anyone's interested in sending something to Alexandra through Robin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Robin's link so you can see her channel. I'm going to give you her email address, which will be here somewhere. And I'm also going to put her P.O. box in the description box. So if there's anything you want to send to Alexandra through Robin, because she's going to be doing a bunch of things and she's asking people to help her out, be in contact with Robin and send something out to Alexandra. And of course, we can always pray for this young girl. She must be so afraid, poor thing. So yeah, so if you want to participate in that, that's something. I wanted to mention, just as a side note, I'm sure most of you have heard about Sandy Crochet Eh's sister Charlene. She does not have cancer, thank God, but she does have some other disease. I can't remember what it's called, that it's going to be a debilitating disease that's going to be affecting the rest of her life. So if you want to send cards or financial donations because of the situation, she was like the person that was the breadwinner in her family. So it might be a little bit of a struggle for her family now that she's got this sickness. So if you want to send anything to them, I'll leave her link below as well. Yeah. Also mention that March is here. Should be March by the time I post this video. And March is, excuse me, losing my voice again. March is my birthday month. I know it's Granny Dee's birthday month as well. So if you share a birthday in March, I would love to know. Leave me a comment so I can be in contact with you and maybe send you a little card or something, right? Because it's cool having a birthday month twinsies. Kinda. Yeah, twinsies, whatever. So I wanted to say that, so that's kind of a fun thing that we can do for each other. And then I wanted to also mention there's a few channels out there. One is, let me get my glasses on because I can't see. Her name is J Hook and More, I believe, and she's doing a competition using something that is like a natural fiber, not like, or something that is recycled. I think that's what it was, because she wants to do a competition and then she wants to present it on Earth Day. So using like something that you can recycle, and she's actually doing videos and reviews on certain yarns that meet this criteria. So she gives you a lot of information about it. So that was one person I wanted to mention. And then there's the Canadian Crocheter. She's doing a block party thing that we can all participate in, and I think I think it's due or it's over in April sometime. So, and that is, she said, to do something like, it could be a granny square, it could be a hexagon, it could be a circle, but something that is like this is like a granny square type of thing, but not to use it as a placemat or anything like that, but something that you can make, and maybe a purse. I don't know, something that you can make with these blocks that you block together as objects. So that was another one. And then there was also another one I saw on Chronically Crocheting. She was doing a live the other night, and I think they were doing something. I'm just kind of getting in the loop with all these different channels. And now this other channel, let me just put my glasses on to make sure I get the right. Yeah, Aah Crochet. She's doing a March challenge of some sort. So I'll put her link below as well if you want to see what she's doing, because I don't know yet, because I don't think she's announced it yet. And it's still not March. This is the last day of February when I'm filming this. So, yeah. That's everything I wanted to say for now. I'll be back next week with another video, hopefully. And I try to do lives every Saturday night from TO, live from Toronto. It's Saturday night with Teresa and all my gang that keeps coming and spending some time with me on a Saturday night. So if you want to do that, I would love to see you there, meeting a lot of people. And that's it for now. If you're new to this channel, I would encourage you to subscribe and like and leave me a comment and share it if you want. Thank you all for being with me and spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. Take care for now. See you later. Bye-bye.
Let me show you something.